Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome to Round the Clock Cricket with me, Rahul. And we have Amit and Sudeep, our usual experts. We're also unlucky to miss Kunal and Ayan for this episode. They'll be back in the next episode, which we promise to be a mega episode, the next one, so stay tuned. Today, we are going to discuss the Duleep Trophy. This is our first attempt at domestic cricket. We have already done one episode on conditioning. We have done one on women's cricket. So we are trying to touch on various nodal points which are important in cricket. So today we will look at Duleep Trophy. And why Duleep Trophy is important this year is because of two things. One, after the rigor of this England series in which India drew very honorably 2-2, there have been few players who need to be checked out by the selectors. Some of them will be flying away for Asia Cup, like Shubman Gill and etc., for which there will be substitutes in all the teams, mostly. And then there will be players who did not get a chance and were on the edge of selection, and they will be in for contention. The important thing, gentlemen and ladies, is that Duleep Trophy, after a year's hiatus, is back to the zonal format. Last year, there were 4 teams, A, B, C, D, which played each other thrice. And the team with the highest wins and the net run rate aggregated in the 2 best teams played in the final with India A and C. So Duleep is back again after a year into this normal format called zonal format, and it kickstarts at the Bangalore Center of Excellence on the 28th of August, which is about 15 days, 2 weeks from now. North will be taking East Zone and Central will be taking Northeast Zone. So we thought it is a very important discussion to look at a trophy, which is one of the most important trophy besides Ranji Trophy, where players are judged and players are also discussed on the series. We have 2 home series, West Indies 2 test matches and South Africa 2 test matches, one at Eden Gardens. And probably India will try to salvage a lot of home points after what had been a bad debacle in the last WTC at New Zealand. So a redemption time for Gautam Gambhir as well, as we look forward to this year's Duleep Trophy with a lot of interest. In the next half an hour, we're going to discuss number of players along with Amit and Sudeep, and also the 2 matches that starts off. First of all, I'll move on to Amit and then Sudeep on the same question. Given this very thrilling 2-2 with England and India, and the players on the fringes, Amit and then Sudeep, what are your takes on Duleep Trophy as a tournament for people? And since now BCCI has made a mandate after the Australian debacle in BGT that all players have to play in red ball, irrespective of whether he's Virat Kohli or he's Ishan Kishan. So what is your take, Amit, on Duleep Trophy this year? Then it's back to, since it's back to zonal format. And the 3 players, I would discuss 3. Kuldeep Yadav, very contentious omission in all the series. We all discussed a number of times in our episodes that he should have played at least Lords and Manchester, maybe Oval also. Arshdeep Singh, very unlucky because Bumrah played that 4th test, otherwise he would have played. And Abhimanyu Eashwaran, on which we can have a program. I mean, Saurav Ganguly is put in his head saying that he should have played. So Kuldeep, Abhimanyu and Arshdeep. And what is your now take on the Duleep Trophy back to the zonal format? Over to you, Amit.
Yeah, I think this is a good move. I don't know, for some reason, last year the format was a little different as compared to this year. And this is actually I think if I go back to a couple of years back, the Duleep Trophy was always having this North Zone, East Zone. And if you see some of the stalwarts of our game, they have actually emerged from the East Zone. East Zone are like Mahendra Singh Dhoni. From the North Zone, they have been, I think, Shikhar Dhawan. They all played the Duleep Trophy in this format. So going back to the original format, or let's say the preferred format, is always a good move, according to me again. And coming back to the main question, see, this is a very important tournament because of the fact that we have West Indies coming in the month of October, I think, and followed by South African series. So we have back-to-back home series, where you rightly pointed out that it's a series that can be termed as a redemption for Gautam Gambhir after the last year 3-0 whitewash at home. So this is a very good opportunity for our youngsters. Not youngsters, I won't say they are all youngsters. They have played enough cricket, both at domestic level and international level. Especially now the test players, they have been to England, so there is no shortage of experience at all, I believe. And coming back to the players, some of the players to watch out for. I mean, in this year's Duleep Trophy from the Central Zone, I think Kuldeep is representing Central Zone. Very very important series for him, considering the fact he was overlooked for five consecutive Test matches in England, and he has actually a point to prove to our management that he is good enough to play on any surfaces, and also he can be handy with the bat also. Because see, I mean, why people, or let's say the team management, went against him, especially because of the fact that Washington Sundar is a much better batter. He could have easily
Exactly.
played. Yeah, he could have easily played in the top order.
I think
Let's say
Gautam
he came.
Gambhir's knack of playing batting all-rounders, which we all have discussed already, two all-rounders,
Yeah.
and then playing a T20 style of cricket in test matches, which of course Kuldeep didn't fit in. That is the only reason I think Kuldeep didn't play.
Yes. Yes. So I personally feel that Central Zone, I think captained by Dhruv Joy, this time around. So definitely Kuldeep has a point to prove, both as a bowler. I mean, primarily will be as a bowler, but at the same time, he should also kind of
Now, I have a
try
question
and
for you. I have a question for Amit.
yeah,
Given
yeah.
India's bad experience and a horrible experience of 0-3, where Mitchell Santler and spinners we never thought,
That's
as
better. Yeah.
Patel, so they got wickets, and India 0-3 after 12 years. I'll come to the same question to Sudeep also. 2012, we lost a home series. So, given that we are losing in turners, do you think that Indian management, and especially Gautam Gambhir now, with it back against the wall, will ask for a spinning turner and again Kuldeep will play? Or do you think India might go for a pace attack and Kuldeep will again be sidelined?
No, I see. This is a very, very interesting question to have. I mean, I
Yeah.
personally feel that Gotham will not make the similar kind of mistake this time around. Why? Because first of all, West Indies is not a team I mean, see, let's be honest. I mean, they do not have I mean, spinners, not even in the quality of, let's say, Mitchell Santner. So they do not have it. They do not have that luxury. But having said that, because Indians do not play spin that well as compared to the earlier years, like when Saurav, Sachin, Dravid, Lakshman, they were playing. They used to play spin quite well. But this young generation, they do not have, let's say, the exposure to play quality spin. So keeping in mind, I don't think the pitches will be ranked turners, but it will be offering maybe spin from day three or day four onwards. This is what I feel. This, and also this is, I mean, something lot to do with the next series also. I mean, South African series is coming up, right? So I don't want India will
In South
experiment too much.
Africa, Amit, we discussed last episode also and the episode before that, that South Africa in Eden in December, especially when the wind comes from the Ganges, when it
Yes,
hits the anti-club,
yes,
opposite to the
yes,
clubhouse, and with Lungi Ngidi, Kabiso Rabada, I mean, they're 140 plus, huh? So
yeah,
you have to understand that, and we know what Lance Klusener did so many years back. So it will be
yeah,
very
yeah. I saw
difficult.
that match.
Yeah, I also saw that match. So very pertinent question again for you. Interesting is, I mean, Gautam Gambhir will have to be very careful because the pitch in against West Indies, you were right. I mean, if they do not make a turner, also they might win 2-0. But against South Africa, and these are important points because India didn't win the series. End of the day, didn't win the series in WTC against England. So against South Africa, I have a feeling that it is going to be a tricky two-test match. I think the other test match, I'm not sure. It's either a Chinnaswamy or Chipak. Yeah, I don't know. I think you guys will be able to tell me. But one is at Eden, I'm sure. And that will be a tricky. December Eden, lot of, dew in the morning and the night could be a tricky thing. And Kuldeep,
I, I, yeah, I think. I, I mean, I got this news that Saurav Ganguly will be back as CAB president. Now,
that
if
we
he is
almost
back as a
started.
CAB
Yeah,
president,
yeah.
yeah. So if he is back as a CAB president, I don't think Gautam Gambhir will have that say of having kind of doctored pitches in Eden. This is
I
for
also have a
sure.
feeling. But in
And
Calcutta, at least it will be
it will be
difficult
true
for
wicket.
Gautam Gambhir. Yeah, it will be a
Yes,
true
it will
wicket.
be true wicket. True wicket. I mean, I think ball will nicely come onto the bat,
Come to
especially
the
on the
bat for the first
day
2 days.
one,
Yeah,
two.
yeah.
First two days, absolutely, it will be good for batting, or maybe there will be some kind of help for the
So
fast
you
bowlers in
mean
the
to say, coming back to
initial
Duleep
hours.
Trophy, for Kuldeep, it is a critical match.
Very critical match for Kuldeep, and I think Abhimanyu Eashwaran also from the East Zone. I think he is the vice captain of the East Zone side. So when he
Yes.
plays against North Zone, I think North Zone has the best chance to kind of play, at least make it into the finals, because just see the team. They are led by Shubman Gill. They
Shubman
have
Gill.
the
But there
likes
is a
of
possibility of Shubman Gill going for Asia Cup.
there is a possibility. Yes, in that
Yeah.
case, see, yeah. So see, if you look at a team, Shubman Gill is captaining. If he is not available,
Correct.
then they
Correct.
have two quality batters in Ayush Badoni. He is a kind of a
Correct.
good IPL player. I don't know
Correct.
much about his kind of performance in the test side. Yash Dhul is
Okay.
some, I think, Delhi from Delhi. He is a very talented player. I have heard about him a lot.
Right.
Like
Right.
he has got ample amount of time for playing the fast bowlers. And if you see this guy, Nishant Sindhu, this guy also I've heard about him a lot. Like I mean, he's a very talented guy. He can bowl, bat. This is something what I have heard. And if you see, they have three good bowlers in the form of Arshdeep Singh, Rana, Harshit Rana, and Anshul Kamboj. Again, Anshul Kamboj has a point to prove because in England he was
Yes.
a
He's
disaster
another
for
player
him.
who's a point to prove. Correct. I missed him out. Yes.
So Anshul, so see, I mean, they if you see
So
their
the
team,
first match, Amit, is very critical because there are
very
two, three
critical.
players on each side who are almost on the verge. Like, what's your take on Arshdeep? What's your take on
Arshdeep,
Arshdeep?
yeah, Arshdeep,
Sudeep,
I
can I
felt
just
that he
slip back
would,
a second to North
yeah,
Zone?
please.
Just a second. Yeah. Just a second. Yeah. Thanks.
See,
So,
see, see,
what's your
Arshdeep Singh was
take on
unlucky.
Arshdeep?
He was very unlucky because I believe that uh, I mean Arshdeep would have played instead of Akashdeep I mean in the drawn test. I think what
Correct.
purpose was it?
Manchester, the Manchester one. Yeah.
Manchester was drawn, right? So
Right.
definitely Arshdeep would have played instead of Akashdeep. But again, you cannot control the injuries, right? So he didn't play, but he has a point to prove. So that's why I'm saying like
Do you
Arshdeep Singh,
think, Amit,
Harshit Raja.
that if he does a good performance, will he come straight back like Abhimanyu? We are thinking might debut in West Indies. Do you think Arshdeep will play against West Indies, or will he be held back for the same bowling against South Africa, given that South Africa will play at Eden?
I don't think Arshdeep will make his debut against West Indies, but maybe because of the left arm factor, he can be utilized in South African series at home. He can be, but again, it all depends on the pitch, how the team management wants. But he will be, of course. I mean, he'll be in the reckoning that he can play any match. But I would still prefer Siraj and Bumrah to play over because I don't think they will play three seamers at home. Siraj and Bumrah will lead the attack.
I
And
think
if
Washington and
in
Jadeja will
case,
continue to be the two spinners at home. And at
yes,
home, anyways, India will play two.
Akshar Patel. Akshar Patel will be
Oh,
definitely
yes.
playing.
Akshar Patel could be another one. He's in which zone? I think central, right?
He would be Akshar Patel, Gujarat. So I would believe he will be in the West
Is
zone, I
he in
think.
the team? I don't think he's in the team. No, he's not.
He's
No,
not right.
I don't think
No,
he's in the
he'll be in
team,
the West
Akshar
zone, right?
Patel.
Gujarat,
He'll be West
right?
zone. Oh,
West
then he'll be
zone.
the semi-finals. West and South is semi-finals. So he'll directly be in the semi-final.
See, no,
No,
West
I
zone
don't
is
find
led by.
Akshar Patel actually in the squad.
So
So
that
Akshar
means
Patel is
Akshar
not
Patel
selected. Has not been
is
selected.
if he has not been selected, that means he is carrying some injury because I don't see that India going with without Akshar Patel in the home series against South Africa at least. He's injured.
So
He's definitely
let's
injured.
discuss a little bit about Abhimanyu Eashwaran. I mean, I was
Huh.
going through his
This is
numbers.
a very
What is
important match. This
Yeah,
is a
it is
very
because
important match.
see, he scored 800 plus runs in IP, the champion. I mean, in the domestic cricket, he's almost scored 750 plus in the Ranji Trophy in list
Yeah,
A
yeah.
matches. But he's not been playing in BGT. Also, he was almost on the verge of making a debut. He did not. So the last 3 years, everyone is saying that what to do with Eashwaran. You cannot throw him out because of the runs, and you cannot play him also for whatever reason we don't know. So he is on the
I
verge
know
of.
I know you know what, like if you remember some of the players from Bengal, if I just go back few years, like 15 years,
Correct.
20 years down the,
Correct.
down the line. So if you remember, Ranade Bose was a
Correct.
stalwart in Bengal cricket. Ronnie, I
Correct.
mean, we fondly call him, right? So,
Correct.
because of his lack of pace, he didn't get a chance. Even Saurabh Ganguly said that
And
because
also
Ronnie
Shiv
doesn't
Shankar
have the
Pal, also
pace.
Mako, also
Chief
Mako,
Mako, yes, Mako.
Mako.
So these two guys, they were prolific. If you see their records, again, top Ranji sides also, their record
Absolutely
was
prolific.
prolific. Now, if you see Abhimanyu Eashwaran's record also, he is prolific in the domestic circuit. But why he is not getting the chance over, let's say, someone like Karun Nair or maybe
Or
Sai
Sai
Sudarshan?
Sudarshan.
Such, I personally believe that he somewhere lacks this spark where he can actually impress the team management that he can be an ideal replacement. Very similar to if you see when Mahendra Singh Dhoni was inducted in the Indian team, it was
Right.
between Dinesh Karthik and Mahendra Singh Dhoni. The Saurabh Ganguly opted for Dhoni because of his performance, clinical performances in Kenya in the A2 that he played against, I think, Pakistan. So Abhimanyu Ishwaran has to prove his mettle when he travels abroad for the A team. And I personally think that his A record is not as good as some of the other players. If you just look at the stats, his A record, if you look at Ranji performance, probably he will come in the top three. But if you look at the A tours, like in this England
The
series
last
only,
3 years, his domestic and first class record is very good. But you are right. I think even in the county matches, the two matches, one he scored 80 in the second innings, but in the first match, I think he scored a duck and 18, if I'm not wrong. So that went against him
yes,
badly.
yes. And if you see a similar kind of thing happened with this guy also, Anshul Kamboj, he was bowling well in the first in the A tour,
Yeah, I
but
saw that.
suddenly,
Correct.
so he
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 bowled at
was bowling well.
140, which we discussed. He bowled I think two matches he bowled at Lions. In the England Lions match, he bowled at 140. The same bowler
Yes.
going back to India and coming bowling at 120 was something inexplicable.
Ex-
Inexplicable.
and one more point before I hand it over to Sudhita. So what I felt like when Anshul Kambaj, was replaced by Harshit Rana, everyone was
Correct.
criticizing Team India. The team management that what was Anshul Kambaj doing in England? Why
Correct.
Harshit Rana playing or is in the top 15 members in the member side. So so I personally feel that there has to be some kind of what should I say spark which might be missing in Abhimanyu Eashwaran, which is present in Sai and Karuna. This is what I feel. Over to you,
Thank
Shuddha.
you, Amit.
What do you feel?
Thank you. Sudeep, my question is same to you. North zone and East zone, important match. You will take on Arshdeep Singh if he plays,
Yeah.
and your take on Kuldeep will come later with Central, but your take on Abhimanyu Eashwaran and Arshdeep Singh. Two people we are discussing, and how
I
important is the zonal format to take over. Over to you, Sudeep.
see for Arshdeep Singh, it is not only the forthcoming
A
test.
little louder, Sudeep, a little
Yeah.
louder.
Yeah. Can you hear me now? Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. For Arshdeep Singh, it is not only the forthcoming test series, but it is also he will be in the selectors radar for the sake of, if he performs well in this Duli, he may get a call in the Asia Cup.
Correct.
So
You are
that is
right. That is
how, so
correct.
the selectors will keep a close watch on how well his rhythm is working, in bowling while bowling.
Correct.
So that will
Correct.
be, it's not only for the test series, it is only also for the Asia Cup, forthcoming Asia Cup. He will be
Although
looking
the
for,
tournament formats are different,
yeah.
however,
But
uh,
see, but
I,
the selectors, the selectors, they pick up test team based on IPL performances that we have seen in the
correct,
past, Sai
correct,
Sudarshan,
correct. And
Sai
that is one
Sudarshan.
point I'll come back to Amit again. It is being said that because Abhimanyu Eashwaran doesn't have an IPL contract, and
Uh,
that is the reason because which Gambhir doesn't like him. Very weird
that
reason though.
that flamboyance is missing in
Correct, correct.
Ishwaran. But for Ishwaran, this is a very
So,
crucial.
what is your take on Eashwaran? We need to discuss 3-4 minutes.
Yeah,
What do
see
you
the
think is Eashwaran? You have seen him in BGT. He played all the side matches, didn't get a look in. India lost 1-3. Here, India drew 2-2. Again, he was captain of these two unofficial test matches that India played against the Lions. He was captain. Shubman Gill played under him. He scored a 80 in the second innings, but by that time, Gambhir's opinion was formed, I think. Because
yeah.
he had a duck in the first unofficial test. So what is where, because Amit has rightly said that his A record has not been that great, whereas his domestic record is superb.
See,
And we
this
have to
is
also
a
understand in September he's going to be 30 years old. So he's already lost a lot of time from 22 to 30. So even if he makes his debut at 30, he has just 3-4 years.
yeah,
So
3 4
what do you
years.
think
Yeah,
he has to do right in keeping, as he has said, he's getting frustrated. He told his dad.
I
So
think,
what do
yeah,
you think he
yeah.
has to do?
I think he has to keep on scoring runs in the especially this Duleep Trophy tournament is very crucial. Because the number three slot is very vulnerable at the moment. The Indian batting lineup, number three slot is nobody is sure now who will get a chance because both failed. Sai Sudarshan and
Yeah,
Karun
yes, I
Nair.
also failed.
And
I have a feeling that
if
Sai
you
might
really
get a
want to
chance
give
there.
Abhimanyu Ishwaran a chance, I think the home series is the best chance. Best place to give him a chance to look at him how he performs
Yeah,
at the
because
international
Karan
level.
Nair was given a four test match extended run by Gautam Gambhir,
And
which tells me that he might give Ashwaran a long run also.
if you want to give him a chance, let's give him in the West Indies series only
Correct,
itself.
in the home
Because
series,
where in the home
his
series and West
chance.
Indies are a comparatively weaker team than South Africa. So let's see how
Correct.
if he gets a chance and if he performs well, then he goes for the South Africa tour
But
also. South
but
Africa.
who will he replace?
No,
Sudipta,
this is
who
the
will
number
he
three
replace
slot.
actually?
That
Number
is what
three
we are having
slot
a
is
discussion. Uh, if he comes in, I think he will have to replace both Karun. Karun, I think, has played his last test, but Sai Sudarshan,
Sai
I don't know, at
Sudarshan.
the age of 22.
Yeah, and Sai
He's got
is Gautam Gambhir's favorite at the
favorite.
moment.
That is another issue
That
also.
is the biggest issue. Otherwise, I
No,
would have.
and also, Sudipta, I think there is some kind of understanding or relationship between Sai Sudarshan and Shubman Gill
Yeah,
Because
because
both
because they
play
are
in
it
the
has
the
been said
for
openers
that
the
of
they,
same
Gujarat
they
IPL
both
team.
Titans.
play for they both play
Both
for GT.
GT. So that's
Yeah,
Yes.
another plus point. So I
yeah.
see. I would have given a choice. I would have definitely given Eashwaran a chance. To have a look at him. Because I think we have wasted at least 2 3 years. By
No,
not
that
giving him
chance
any.
will be given. Sudipta,
Yeah,
that chance will be given. I'm pretty sure. If
I think
India
the West
starts
Indies tour.
losing,
West
no,
Indies tour
no.
is the
I,
best.
I think once India starts losing against South Africa or West Indies, even a single match, Amir Marino will get his chance.
He will
No,
get
Otherwise,
a
but
no.
one
chance.
thing, both of you, one thing, what happens? Because India's public memory is so short. What happens if Ishwaran fails in Duleep Trophy? Then what
Yeah,
happens?
then I think his chances become very bleak. He has to
But
If
perform in the
Ishwaran
Duleep
on a
Trophy.
fails,
hindsight, Sudeep, he has been in these stands. He's been in the extra and reserve for so long. He has been a proven opener and scored 800 runs. His average is 48 in first class, which is pretty good. Just because of one Duleep Trophy failure, you think his position will be vacant. Given that he was not given a chance in the BGT 5 test matches in England. So, what is
Yeah.
your take, Sudeep? That if Ishwaran fails, chuck him off, or I would say give him a chance in the test matches, even if he fails, because his previous records have been great, and we have not been able to check him out in England. I mean, that's my way of looking at it as a selector. So, what do
Actually,
you think?
I think
But public memory is short. If he wants to go by Duleep Trophy performance, then I don't know what happens. If he fails, I'm saying.
yeah. See, at the moment, I think Sai Sudarshan is the favorite, to book the number three
He
slot.
plays for South
At
Zone, so that will
uh,
be the final, basically one of the semi-finals. Yeah,
South Zone, let me just have a look at the
yeah, he will go
South.
in the stadium in the semi-finals. He will
But
be in the
he's
semi-finals.
no, I don't think he's playing.
No, he's not playing. Okay, no,
He's
he's
not
he's
playing.
not playing. He's been rested. He's been rested.
He's been rested.
So
So I
Tilak
think there's
Verma
a
is captain. Mohammad Azharuddin San is there in that team. I can see Azharuddin San
yeah,
is
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. This is the
Yeah,
one. This is the team.
Junior
Yeah.
Azharuddin is there.
So I think there is a
Ricky.
high possibility that Sai will be the favorite, to book the slot, unless
So you are saying
Ishwaran.
Sai, Amit is saying Abhimanyu. That's a good discussion.
Uh,
Okay, now Sudeep, my most important question: can you scroll down to Central Zone and Northeast Zone? This is an important question because a lot of people are saying Gautam Gambhir has been uh, a little tough on Kuldeep Yadav, like Ravi Shastri and Virat also, because Kuldeep has played 13 test matches in 9 years. That's a horrible record for such a great bowler. So, what is your take, Sudeep, on Kuldeep Yadav? This is also a big question mark. I like Abhimanyu Eashwaran. A lot of even I have been I am writing an article today. I have written for a newspaper, which I'm not telling you where it will come up. But I have written very clearly that leaving out Kuldeep was a huge mistake. I have written very clearly that it was
I
a
think
huge
on
mistake. What is your
I
take?
think
What
on
is your
home
take on
pitch.
what? Just asking you, Sudeep. I'll come back to Amit also. Why didn't Kuldeep play in England? What do you think as a specialist, expert? Why didn't he play?
I think
Like Amit said, he that doesn't know. I mean, he's not a good batter and over dependence on the spinning all rounders. And Gautam Gambhir always plays a
I,
T20, gets more people in the team. Is that the
I
reason?
think I think the success of Washington Sundar as a batsman and to some the very fact that he can bowl, although he did not bowl much, but in one innings I think he took 4 odd wickets. I think we wanted to pack the side with batsmen just to play safe. That was the main thing, thinking logic behind the selection of Washington Sundar. But I see on slightly, batsman friendly pitches at home, I have a feeling that we are not going to play with, we can go in for three spinners also on Indian wickets. And there Kuldeep gets a look in.
Because we
But this,
unanimously we spoke that
Uh,
Kuldeep should play. I mean, I was surprised if Kuldeep didn't play. And Sudeep, we
see,
discussed a lot on phone that why is Kuldeep's not playing. And everyone, Sanjay
because
Manjrekar sometimes speaks the truth. Sometimes for a change, he
because
was
on his
also
day he's
surprised.
a match winner. Kuldeep is a match winner on his
He
day.
is. He took 5 wickets in
Yeah,
the last 18-19 series. And immediately Shastri
but
dropped him.
but
Immediately
I
Shastri
think
dropped him.
unless until he bowls very badly in the Duleep Trophy, I think he will get a chance in the test,
No, he will
home
because
test.
I think I'm being very blunt. Gautam Gambhir, in spite of this 2-2 draw, people are clearly very clear that because of Siraj and Prashid Krishna's spell on the final day and because of that over ball, that Harry Brook dismissal opened the gates. If England played normally, they would have won that match. We all know. I mean, Amit was WhatsApping me. In the morning also, Amit WhatsApped me, Rahul, the 3-1. I said, yeah. But that Harry Brook dismissal opened the gates and a wonderful spell. So it is basically Siraj and Krishna's spell. It is not Gautam Gambhir's any strategy and brain. So I think his back is against the wall. We all understand from so many years of corporate experience that his back is against the wall. Whatever baggages he might be carrying, political appointee or not, that is not our discussion. But I think you are right. Kuldeep should get a look in. So you think from this central zone, Kuldeep plays for India. And another question, Sudeep, I'll come to Amit on this. Do you think if Dhruv Jurel really scores a big one, we have seen him score a big one against England, he scored 80 in the beginning of the year. Do you think that if Rishabh Pant is not fit, we know that he's not fit, he's got a broken foot. Still, he's got a broken foot. He's not playing in Asia Cup. He's not considered also. And Gautam Gambhir doesn't like him in the shorter format. Do you think there's an outside chance of Dhruv Jurel playing in the two tests against West Indies?
No, if Rishabh Pant becomes fit, by the time the series starts, I
The
think
October series starts at 2. 2nd October is the first test match, I think.
he
2nd or
automatically
9th.
comes into the team. Rishabh Pant.
So he's got
I,
about a month and a half. Yeah.
yeah, I
But he has
think
not
if he
started training, mind you. His fracture is still there and it will take another 3 to 4 weeks.
so no,
I
I am just saying that provided he is fully fit, then he will
fit.
automatically come into the playing 11.
Because in
Otherwise,
India,
Dhruv Jurel comes.
India, we play only one keeper. There's no provision for a second
No, no,
keeper.
no, no,
So
no, no, no,
no.
not at all, not at all, no
So
chance.
you see, in this central zone team, only one person is very important. It is Kuldeep Yadav.
Kuldeep
I
Yadav,
can't see
yeah,
anyone else
no.
in this
Others
I
are
side
see,
who.
I
others are
see.
not in contention at the moment.
No, I see a very potent bowler in the form of Manav Suthar. I have
Manav
seen his
Sudhar, I was
domestic
about to
record.
say. Yeah,
Manav Suthar from Central Zone, he impressed Ashish Nehra like no one. I read one of his
correct.
interviews, and
Correct.
Ashish Nehra was telling that
I
Manav
was about
Suthar
to say this.
he has got a great attitude, great work ethic, and like Gautam Gambhir, he loves people with great ethics. If you see Dhruv Jurel being, being the son of an army person, and his day-to-day routine actually impressed Gambhir so much that
Yes,
he told
correct.
him he told in the press conference that he is most impressed about this his work ethic. So coming back to the main point, like Kuldeep Yadav will not only have to impress in the match against, I think they are playing against Northeast, right? Northeast zone.
Correct, correct. Noticed. Yeah.
So not Northeast zone probably won't give the clear picture or indication that how well Kuldeep is bowling, because if you see Northeast team, they are mostly buying. They are mostly being plate level players. Now, if you
Yeah, it
take
is a plate
10
level
wickets
team.
also,
Correct. Sudeep, can
so
you go
plate
down
level
to
players.
Northeast team? Yeah, can you go down to Northeast team, please?
This is absolutely rookies, all newcomers.
Absolute rookies. There was
So
only
so
one guy I thought he would play, and if you remember, Vidhu Vinod Chopra's son, Agnidev Chopra. Vidhu Vinod Chopra, film director's son, Agnidev Chopra scored
yes,
six
yes,
hundreds.
yes. You are right.
You
You are
remember
right.
his
Right.
Agnidev
Right.
Chopra? He's Vidhu Vinod
Yes.
Chopra's son. He scored 600 in
Yes.
the plate division last year in Ranji, and I was surprised myself. I was told by my wife that he is son of Vidhu Vinod. Then I went back to see, and I correctly found that he was Vidhu Vinod's son. But Agnidev Chopra has moved to United States like Unmukt Chad. So he's moved to United States and he's not going to play for India. He's probably trying to get an American citizenship and play for America. So that's a lost story. I think, I'm not too sure, but I think he's moved to America. So he's left Meghalaya. So that's a sad story. Otherwise, I think Agnidev Chopra was doing very well in the plate division last year. I was following Agnidev Chopra.
Now, Rahul, you tell me one thing. I have a quick pointer here. Now,
Yeah,
if I mean, if you say that Kuldeep Yadav, let's say, takes 5 wickets each innings, 10 wickets in the whole match, okay,
correct.
against the team of this team, plate division team. Now, do you
Correct.
think the selectors would consider him over, let's say, an Akshar Patel or maybe Washington Sundar? Are they going to consider him?
I think the pressure, I don't know, Gautam Gambhir is a one-way. You heard that interview I had with Sambaran Banerjee. He very clearly said he's a one-way
Yes.
traffic and a dictator. That was on record, he said. So you can understand Gautam Gambhir has built a reputation of not listening to anyone, but I think he'll be under pressure this time to play him. But I get my information that he's under a lot of rap for playing Anshul Kamboj and then again moving him out and getting Harshit Rana and then moving him out. So I think there are certain decisions which went against a lot of it. I mean, everyone's watching. These days it's very difficult not to watch. He might
Gautam
have
will get his
said,
time, Rahul. I think Gautam will get his time. Why I'm saying so? See, I'm not.
no,
I'm
he will
saying
get
I
his
am.
time because if India would have lost this series, then there would have been some problem. But I think he will survive now because there are two home
If
series.
he-
South Africa is a problem, and then he will have another issue in New Zealand next year. So New Zealand is going to be another big issue,
New Zealand will be another challenge. I mean, it will be a huge
huge
challenge. But
challenge
I'm saying
because it is a very
South
swimming
Africa,
wicket.
South Africa, they will not prepare ranked runners for sure because they have
No, they
Keshav
won't.
Maharaj, South Africa. They have Keshav Maharaj who can actually outbowl Mitchell Santner in Indian conditions.
Correct, correct. You're right.
And the second person is, I think, two of their spinners, Prelenan Subrayan and Senuran Muthuswamy, both Indian origin players and both capable of taking wickets on Indian soil, Indian turners. So I don't think they will make the same mistake because if you remember Glenn Phillips from nowhere, being a kind of a wicket-keeper batter from New Zealand, he took so many wickets against India in the last home series. So they will not
Correct.
take this risk for sure this time around.
And after winning
yeah,
the WTC, that is going to be tough also. You can't undermine South Africa after what has happened in the WTC final.
it will be immensely tough. I don't think South Africa will be pushover at all. They have
No, it will not
quality
be.
batters. They have quality batters. I think Aiden Markram plays spin pretty well.
I want
having
to
in
have,
the
yeah, I want to have Sudeep's opinion on this. I mean, Amit said that he thinks Akshar will come in. I'm very neutral on this. I watched Akshar Patel's debut series with Ashwin. He took 25 wickets. I think he scored a 50 also, if I'm not wrong. After that, he's tapered off. I mean, in India, there's so much of competition, especially when you play the home series. And I told you
England
the story.
series.
I think
Around
Akshar,
the England series.
Yeah, England series, the home series. Yeah. So, what is your take on Akshar Patel? Because if I see there is a lot of because the way Ravichandra Ashwin was pushed to retirement by playing Washington Sundar, in which Ravichandra Ashwin got humiliated and he retired mid-series. So that was because Sundar was preferred. And it's only Rohit Sharma came in the series that then he could play the pink ball test. We all know that Rohit came into Indian side. He was on paternity leave. He came in the third test. Ashwin played and immediately resigned. So Sudeep, my take is Akshar Patel is 31 years old. I have been following his life and career a bit. He was GTI, he was DC captain, and the reason I was following DC, I don't follow IPL, is because Abhishek Porel was playing, and I wanted to follow Abhishek Porel because I think this guy is going to play for India. I have a feeling he's going to play for India. Abhishek Porel. We'll match this later. So, Sudeep, what is your take on Akshar Patel? Can he bypass? Just a second. Can he bypass Washington Sundar and Jadeja? Jadeja is going to play anyways. So three spinners. Akshar is an all-rounder, right? But can he bypass Kuldeep to play? That is the position that he has to bypass. Otherwise, I don't think he can't remove Sundar. Your take on Akshar Patel?
No, Akshar Patel is no, I'm telling you, the selectors are now looking at Akshar Patel more for the, the white ball format rather than the red ball format. He doesn't come fit into the test, by default, unlike that one day ODI or T20 format. So I think the selectors are going to persist with Kuldeep Yadav because,
I think that is one of the reasons he has not been picked rather than injury on it.
Akshar Patel, you see, he's more of a restrictive bowler rather than a wicket-taking bowler.
He's a very restrictive bowler, yeah.
He's a restrictive bowler who's suited for T20s and ODIs, but not for
Sudeep,
tests.
then don't you think that Ravindra Jadeja in the last few years have also been a restrictive bowler. Ravindra
Yeah,
Jadeja
I
is not a
agree, but
wicket-taking bowler anymore,
but
to be very
Ravindra
frank.
Jadeja, I agree, but but
Yeah.
Ravindra Jadeja has, somehow, he has cemented his place in the team, and I think, and he has performed in crucial situations.
No,
He
after
has been
scoring
consistent.
514 runs, you can't drop him. That is for
Yeah.
sure.
You
We
cannot
have
drop,
five
and
fifties and 100.
neither can you drop Washington Sundar at the
Washington.
moment.
So the
So I
problem
think
lies
that
that
it will
Kuldeep.
be a three spinners of Jadeja, Kuldeep, and Washington Sundar. India will play three
We,
spinners.
we forgot one person, Mohammad Shami. Big question. We have not discussed Shami. Yes. Now can you come back to the Eastern Zone side? We need to discuss Shami very deeply. Yeah.
In
Sudeep,
fact,
then I'll go to Amit.
yeah,
I wrote on Facebook that this is the beginning of the end of Mohammad Shami. Most of the times I've been right in my predictions because he is not fit. Ajit Agarkar said we are not taking him because he's only fit for 4 overs, not fit for. Are we
I,
seeing and the Siletas don't have a problem with him like they had a problem with Karuna for 8 years. They wanted to take Shami because he's a world class bowler, very high quality bowler. His sim condition, we all know that the ball hits the deck the same way he releases it. His sim condition is probably one of the best after Richard Hadley and Wasim Akram. Are we going to see the end of Mohammad Shami? I have a feeling if Siraj and Bumrah doesn't play home series, so Siraj and Rashid plays. I don't see a Shami, even if he takes 10 wickets. Amit first and then Sudeep. What's your take on how well will he play? Because I think he's going to he's played a critical role. As Kunal said in one of our podcasts, in which Amit was not there, that Shami's name was at number 1, which means that Shami is, of course, going to play. So, Amit, what is your take on Mohammad Shami? This is another very key area.
I mean, I heard from one of my sources like Shami himself was not sure of going to England, first of all. Now, if the person who is actually not willing to travel, that actually kind of says a clear statement, or that actually gives a clear statement that he is probably not fully fit to pass the rigors of a 5 match series, first of all.
That's it.
Now,
And
now,
yeah, true.
yeah. Now, the second point, which I think, I mean, Shami might be Shami might be bowling very well in the Duleep Trophy. If that is the case, then probably he will immediately come into the Indian side for the West Indies series. He immediately comes back. I mean, maybe
I
India
think,
will not
yeah,
play.
if he bowls well, he immediately comes back. There's no two ways about it. Because Bumrah is not going to play the home series.
I'm pretty sure Bumrah is not going to play the West Indies series for sure.
For
Maybe
sure.
South Africa one test
One
match
test
at
match.
most.
Yeah, one.
Yeah,
One.
maybe, and that too again, that too probably at Eden, because Eden
Yeah, he will play the
usually
Eden, he will play the Eden match.
yeah,
I think also. I
he
also
will
think he
play.
will play only the Eden match.
Yes, so basically we have to go to Eden this time around to watch
Yeah,
this match.
sure.
Yeah, flying on that. Yeah. So, see, Shami's involvement in this particular match will be very crucial because see, both the East zone and the North zone, they have a very potent bowling lineup. If Shami plays bowls well, it's a no-brainer. He will be automatically drafted in the Indian side, and Shami and Siraj will be the first two seamers in the Indian side. But again, it all depends on Shami's fitness. As you rightly pointed out, I personally feel Shami doesn't uh, have it in him to kind of go or let's say to pass this WTC cycle. I personally do not think so. He probably will be good in the one days or at most the T20s or the other way around. Very good
Because
in the
that
T20s.
injury he had in the World Cup finals, which he took 7 wickets in the semi-finals.
Yes.
After that,
yes.
I think Shami has not played at all. For a year and a half, he didn't play. He came back in the SMT, Syed Mustak Trophy, bowled 4 overs and few overs here and there. But I think I somehow feel that the way Bumrah has been able to maintain his body, of course, he doesn't play. But Shami has not been able to maintain his body as much as
And
Bumrah has.
also,
And that's my take.
I think Shami is a little older as compared to Bumrah.
Yeah, he's going to be 35, which is very dangerous. 35,
30,
November.
35 for a pace bowler. And I personally feel, I have read also somewhere that it is no harm, right? I mean, if he wants to prolong his one day or let's say white ball cricket career, where there is, let's say, a lot of money involved as compared to test matches. So why or not he is going to kind of give it a go if his body is not permitting. See, these
And
guys
white
are
ball not
very
only
proud
ODI, mainly
cricketers.
T20 also. T20 also.
Yeah, I mean, see, these guys are all proud cricketers. I mean, they don't want to just go into a team, just fill in the places. They want to perform for the no matter what. I mean, even if the money is not there, if they want to play, they want to play and win for their country. If they are not able to do it, I don't think there is any point of kind of just holding their places and then kind of getting public. I mean, getting this public outrage that why Shami is playing, because we all forget easily, right? I mean, we'll all forget Shami's good
Yeah,
work.
that is what I'm saying. Public memory is very short, very short.
Very, very sure. So whatever good things Shami did for India when he was playing in the tests, all will be forgotten in one match. So it's better. I mean,
Correct.
it all depends on Shami. If he plays well or if he bowls well in the Duleep Trophy, he automatically comes in. Else, I don't think he'll be selected.
For
And
the series.
I think
Sudeep,
right now we
Yeah.
have pacers. We have backup pacers right now.
that is what I think. Because of Prashid Krishna bowling well and Anshul Kamboj may be given a try by Gambhir. We don't know what Gambhir thinks. It's the one-way traffic. So I have a problem. And you see, Ashwin gone, Kohli gone, Rohit gone. And I have information, I cannot say from which source, that Jadeja and KL Rahul were also on the edge because they are over 30. So Gautam Gambhir has a problem with over 30 players on two counts. One is age, the other is he feels a little insecure as a coach because of senior players. Now he's got almost like Greg Chappell. He's got everyone, almost Rahul, Bumrah, he knows it will not be a problem because half of the matches he doesn't play. So KL Rahul and Jadeja are the two people. I'm not saying it's deliberate, but there are issues. He doesn't like over
Jadeja
30
he
players.
can't
So
drop.
Sami, yes.
No, Jadeja. See,
Jadeja he
I
can drop,
don't know
KL
about
Rahul he can
Rahul.
drop. KL Rahul also
KL
he can
Rahul,
drop.
KL Rahul can be dropped if he doesn't perform in few matches. But Jadeja
No.
being a
After
two-dimensional
the
cricketer,
England series, how will you drop
no,
Rahul?
no. To at least his next two series is confirmed. Again,
Correct.
the home series.
So thank you, Amit. Back to Sudeep. Your take on Mohammad Shami. We've discussed Eashwaran, we discussed Kuldeep. We'll come back on Arshdeep a little bit, but Mohammad Shami, almost at the crossroad of his career. If he's not selected, I think it will be the end of Mohammad Shami. Your take.
I think unless he performs, extraordinarily in this Duleep Trophy, I don't think he gets a chance in the test team. I think he is more of a now, he'll be looked upon in the ODI format, not even
Correct.
T20. I think more in the
Okay.
ODI format he'll be.
ODI, where he's also
Only,
outstanding. Yeah.
yeah. So more in the ODI format because I don't think he can take the rigors of, a 5-day test match anymore, I think, with his
I think
kind of
that the
fitness.
problem with most of the bowlers post 30 is the rigor.
Rigors. The
Because
rigors, they
I,
cannot take the
yeah,
rigors.
because people have been speaking to Shami's brother, who's the only source of information, because Shami is not practicing with the team here. I spoke to Sanjeev. Shami is practicing with in his Amra farmhouse in UP, Amra, where he stays. So no one knows actually what condition Shami is. He has said he's fit, so he's worked in. But we have to check whether Shami is match fit. That we'll see the match. Of course, we'll see the match and we'll understand. So this match will be important for
So
Eashwaran. So
I
your
don't think,
take
I
is
think that the two pacers will be, unless until if something extraordinarily happens, will be Siraj and Akashdeep will be the two pacers.
yes, but there can be an outside chance for Mukesh Kumar also. He's also in the side.
Mukesh Kumar, yeah, but not for the test. I don't think they will consider him for the test at the moment. I have doubts. He's more, the selectors are looking him in the T20 format, for
For
Mukesh Kumar.
Mukesh. But
Yeah,
Saurav
yeah.
Ganguly said that Mukesh should play the test match also.
Yeah,
That is a
Mukesh
lot of
has the
pressure put
potential,
in.
has the potential.
Yeah,
Let's see
because he
how he
played well
shapes
in,
up.
in Australia also.
Let's see how
Mukesh
he
has got
bowls
a
in the
good,
Duleep
good
Trophy.
pace and a good seam attack also. Good
Yeah,
seam
yeah.
and good
No,
pace.
he has got the skill, to succeed in test
So
matches.
I think
Well,
you are right. It will be Siraj and Akashdeep. But Siraj, after 185 overs, I have doubt how long will it take. He's 31 years old. I have huge doubts on his body. I mean, he's
I think
off the radar for Asia Cup, I'm sure. But even after a month, West Indies, I think they may rest him because West Indies is not a high ranked side. They may
then
rest
in
him.
that case they will play Prasidh Krishna and Akashdeep.
Prasid Krishna. I think they'll
Though
play
it's
Prasid.
not it's very you don't get much confidence in this bowling combination.
That is a
Prasidh
problem.
Krishna and
The amount
Akashdeep.
of changes Gautam Gambhir makes, I don't get confidence either in the side. So many
Uh-huh.
musical chair changes happen.
In that way, I
So
will
Sudeep,
prefer
yeah.
Akashdeep. Arshdeep. I'll just prefer Arshdeep and Akashdeep in that case. If Siraj does
So
not play.
coming back to the teams now in Duleep Trophy, which are the players you think? We discussed Abhimanyu, we discussed Kuldeep, we discussed Mukesh, we discussed Sami, and we discussed Arshdeep, the four main players who were on the fringes and could come down. Yeah. So whom do you think, let's concentrate on West Zone.
Shreyas
Who do
Iyer.
you think are the players in general, other players we can decide who's for whom Duleep Trophy this year is very, this suddenly Duleep Trophy has
Two
become
players.
very important because board has asked them to play red
Two,
ball
I
and
think
we have two home series. So
I
whom
think
do you think,
three
Sudeep
pla-
and then Amit? Who are the
three
important
players.
players other than this who can really knock the door?
I think three players. It is very crucial. One is Shreyas Iyer, Sarfaraz Khan, and Harshit
Yes.
Rana. And Harshit Rana.
Acha, that's a good call. You're saying Harshit is also critical, South Zone.
Harshit is he's Gautam Gambhir's favorite. Somehow he did not
Yeah.
get a chance, but
Chance,
given
yeah.
but I think Gautam Gambhir will try to rope him inside the team in the team.
So you
Harshit
think
Rana is a
Sudeep,
dark horse.
yeah, he's in which side? He's in, I think, West Zone, right?
No, he's in.
No,
I'm telling you, he's in the. I
South
think
Zone,
he's in the
South Zone.
south zone or
No,
north zone. I
North
think.
Zone, North Zone, North Zone.
Let me see. Yeah, I think he's in the north zone. Just let me scroll
You
it.
go up, he's in North Zone. Go up.
Yeah, he's in the north zone.
He's in the North Zone. So you think Harshit Rana, Shreyas and Sarfraz. Sarfraz, of course, there's a
Sarfaraz
huge
Khan,
problem.
Sarfaraz Khan.
Yes, I mean, we heard the story that he leaked out some information to the press and Gautam Gambhir came and complained to BCCI and that's the door closed on Sarfraz. That's what we heard. In BGT, he leaked some information. So we don't know what is happening with Gautam Gambhir and
At the
Sarfraz.
moment, the board is not very happy with Gautam Gambhir at the moment.
Correct,
So
correct.
you never
True.
know that Sarfaraz Khan may get a look in, especially in a home
May.
series.
In the home series. I have a question for you, both of you. First Sudeep and then Amit. Is Shardul Thakur experiment over?
Yeah.
Well, this is a funny question, I know.
It is
Amit is
better.
also laughing, but I just saw his name as a captain, so I'm asking: is the Shardul ST experiment over?
I think it's better be over, for the welfare of the Indian team. It's better
Yeah,
be over. I think it's high time. They should
yeah.
do away with. I
But
mean,
making him the captain somehow gives me a signal that he is still in the fringes, lurking, still in the fringes.
you can't put a bits and pieces cricketer in the all-rounder category. You can't do that. This is the mistake, we do it with Nitish Reddy and Shardul Thakur.
Yes,
Nitish
both
may
I'll
get
come. Both I'll come.
Nitish is young,
Nitish is
but he may get
yeah,
a chance in the future.
chance.
But Shardul
So,
is already past his
so you
prime
think Duleep Trophy West Zone, he is the captain because, of course, we come to
because
this
of his
also.
experience
Cheteshwar
and other. Yeah.
Pujara and Ajinkya Rahane said goodbye, thank you, we are not considering, we have moved on from you. So I think that's the end for both of them, the road.
Yeah.
Mostly. Because
Yeah.
Cheteshwar Pujara was in the commentary in the Geo Hots, in the Sony's, and he wanted to play. He said very clearly to Sanjana Ganeshan that I want to play. But I think the selectors have moved on from both of them.
I think the only place where, is the number 3 place, and if Shreyas Iyer somehow succeeds in this Duleep Trophy, he has a very good chance of getting into the
I
team.
also have a feeling that Shreyas Iyer versus Abhimanyu Eashwaran, that is going to be a tip-off now.
And for
because,
that, Shreyas will be the favorite, especially on
because
home pitches.
not because of anything else, but because of the fact that because he was not selected in the side and there was huge criticism. The same way Anshul Kamboj was there. So
and plus, because he has a weakness against the short bowling. So on home pitches, I think that can be taken care of. That can be taken care of.
Your call on Shardul Thakur and then Nitish Rana a bit. But is the Shardul experiment over? Because Gavaskar was almost tearing his head that why Shardul and why Nitish. Both, we said in the beginning that the selection not to take Shreyas and take an extra batter actually backfired because India had a bowler short because of these two. Let's say the two very iffy selections, both of them very iffy. So your take on Shardul as a captain, why is a captain? Your take on Shardul basically. Why is Shardul still in the contention for Duleep Trophy?
I'll tell you a funny story basically. This Shardul Thakur and Tanush Kotian, these two players, I have been watching closely. I mean, I follow cricket in general, to be very honest. I have seen Mumbai cricket. I mean, Mumbai team last Ranji season only. So I was watching many of their matches. I found that Mumbai struggling at maybe 150 for 7, 180 for 8, something like that. And Shardul Thakur and Tanush Kotian were at the crease. These two players, probably in the history of Mumbai cricket, if you look back, they're the best clutch players in those typical tough situations. That's the reason I believe that Shardul Thakur got a nod. ahead of some of the others. And if you see that in the Border Gavaskar Trophy last time around, Washington Sundar and Shardul Thakur played a very important innings in the Gabba
Correct.
match where India were down in the
Yes.
dumps.
Yes.
So
And Shardul also
yeah,
bowled well. He bowled well also.
Shardul bowled also well. So, I mean, India has, and also if you look back, I mean, this is probably not the only case. Shardul has a typical uncanny knack of taking important wickets at the
Important wickets,
correct
correct.
time. Important wickets at
Correct.
correct time. Now,
Correct.
the experiment in England was criticized. I mean, I also criticized both Nitish Reddy's selection and Shardul Thakur's selection. But if you look back, India always wanted a kind of seam bowling kind of an all-rounder. If you go back, I mean, from 1996, Saurav Ganguly was treated as a kind of a seam bowling batter come bowler kind of thing.
Correct.
And
That
then
is
if
the
you
way
go,
he was selected in the side as a
exactly,
symbolic all-rounder.
he got Nasir Hussain out also in a 1996
Correct.
match
In the first
in
test, he got
Lords.
Nasir Hussain out. Yes.
Yes. So India always wanted to have this extra seam bowling kind of a batter. If you go back again, Sanjay Bangar was there in 2002. Sanjay Bangar was opening with Sehwag. So Shardul Thakur and Nitish Reddy were picked because of those facts that they can actually bowl maybe 10, 15 overs. Now this experiment will be over in India for sure. But again, when it comes to New Zealand, you might find these two people again getting selected because we don't have any alternatives. This is what I feel personally. But
So
again,
you again differ from Sudeep here that Shardul, you are saying, still has got some utility, some utility.
Yeah, at the domestic level maybe, but not at the international level. I don't
And
think.
also one thing, Shardul is 35, huh? So
Yeah.
Gautam Gambhir
Yeah.
doesn't like 30 plus cricketers. What's your
Yes.
take, both of you, on Nitish Rana finally before we close on
Nitish
another
Reddy.
two,
Nitish
one, two,
Reddy.
Nitish Reddy. What's your take?
Yeah.
First Amit and then Sudeep. Is this experiment of batting order has come this heavier criticism? Because India could have taken Kuldeep in because of these two people playing all the test matches. India's, I'm screwed up. Yeah, we keep at this. So Nitish Reddy is not in the South, any of the teams, right, Sudeep?
No, he's not in
Nitish
the
Reddy,
side. He's not fit,
not
na.
fit
He has some
actually.
injury problems, na.
He's got injury, right? He's got injury.
His
Yeah,
injury
Nitish
problem.
went back home. He's got an injury. Correct.
Yeah.
So
See,
Nitish Reddy
Nitish
your
will
is
get
take,
his
young and he
chances.
will get his
Rahul,
chance in due course of time
Nitish
because
Reddy
he
will,
has the talent.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
Nitish scored that 100 in Melbourne,
PGT.
at Melbourne
Yeah.
100.
Melbourne.
Yeah.
So
See,
you say
Nitish
you have
Reddy,
time for Nitish, and I also personally feel there's no point. You have a batting all-rounder seaming and a seaming all-rounder batting. I mean, Shardul Thakur and Nitish Reddy's selection really baffled me. I wrote
I
in the
also,
wall, I wrote in Ajkal, I wrote in two leading newspapers that I am unable to understand the selection, and that is exactly what happened. Exactly what happened.
both cannot be selected at the same time, but Nitish Reddy will
Exactly.
definitely
They
get
could
his
have taken
chances in New
Shreyas
Zealand.
Iyer, reduced one person and taken, and that's it. You reduce 18. I mean, firstly, selecting 18, as Vikram Gupta said, as Nikhil Nas said, as Rajdeep Sardesai said, a lot of people said, 18 people in a series means that you are not confident whom to play. That is why you are taking 18. India has
You
never
know
taken
what?
18.
I have a strange hunch this time around with the Duleep Trophy team. I was just going through all the players. You know what?
Yeah.
Three players actually. I mean, Sudipta already mentioned that Sarfraz Khan, according to him, Sarfraz Khan, Shreyas Iyer,
Yeah.
and one more person.
Yeah,
Sudipta,
team
whom
by
did
team.
Harshit
East zone
Rana.
is Shami and
Harshit Rana.
Harshit Rana.
yeah, Shami and
Harshit Rana. So these are the players
Sudarshan
to
and
watch out for.
yeah.
You know what?
So
I have a
finally, before
strange
we
feeling.
go,
Yeah, I just 1 minute before
sure.
we wrap it up. Just 1 minute. Why I'm saying this? Because I have a strange feeling that apart from Shreyas Iyer, there are two positions. If Rishabh Pant is not fit, I personally feel Ishan Kishan will get a go if he performs well in this match. Ishan Kishan,
Achha, not Dhruv Jurel.
not Dhruv Jurel. I somehow feel why I'm saying
That's a
so
good call. That's a real
because
good call. Acha, okay.
Dhruv Jurel is a good player. He's a very good player, probably. Great attitude, great work ethic, everything. But he doesn't bring in that X factor which Gautam Gambhir wants in his team. If you see, whenever Gautam Gambhir selects a team, he wants to have this X factor. If you remember the
Correct.
IPL also, Mitchell Stark was bought at almost 25 crores just to have that X factor for KKR. So, I mean, I don't follow IPL that much, but I don't want to get into that.
No, I
but
agree
here,
with you.
my point is Ishan Kishan actually can get a go against West Indies instead of Dhruv Jurel. And one more position, if he because he already performed very well in the county season, Tilak Verma. Tilak Verma is a very good talent. If you
Yeah,
see,
Tilak Verma, I was just reading today. He went to, I think he played for one of the counties and he's done really
yes,
well. He played
really
for a
well.
county.
Yes, and whenever that team was in trouble, he kind of bailed them out of trouble. So I think
Correct.
three players: Shreyas Iyer for sure, Tilak Verma and Ishan Kishan. They are the players to watch out for. Rest, I think Indian team is more or less sorted out. Yeah, thanks, Rahul.
Yeah, so you think the Indian team is sorted out, right?
Sarfraz won't get a game. I personally believe because of his
I also
altercation.
feel,
Yeah, altercation with Gautam Gambhir. So
yeah.
till the time Gigi is there, I don't think he will get another game unless and until something drastic happens. But Shreyas Iyer is a very good pick and he plays spin very well. So this is something that the selectors might also consider in the home
Yeah,
series.
Tilak Verma played for Essex. Essex. He plays for Essex and he played 2 matches. He really batted well. Yeah. Uh, just before we finish off with the two experts, I would like to know what is your assumption basically? North zone, East zone, who wins?
North.
Sudeep. I can't hear you, Sudeep. You are mute. You're mute.
I think I'll go with East Zone because they have a very potent batting lineup, bowling lineup is very strong.
Arshdeep play. If Arshdeep plays, then also you're saying.
Arshdeep, yeah, but you know that there are three pacers, who have represented India in East Zone. Mukesh
Mukesh,
Kumar,
Akash.
Mohammad Shami,
Who will bat?
and Akash. The
Who will
batting
bat?
is, there are Ishan Kishan
It's a
and
strong side. There's no doubt that his zone suddenly has a very strong bowling. True.
very true,
And
very
also one thing, both the matches are played in a relatively new ground, center of excellence. We never thought, I mean, few years back that outside the big grounds we'll play. And now we are playing in a center of excellence ground as a Duleep Trophy match. So I really don't know what the pitch is going to be. We can only see on the day. So you are saying East Zone. Amit, your take on the first match.
I'll go with North Zone. I mean, the batting is led by Shubman Gill. I mean, how I can kind of ignore
But there's a
that part.
50-50. Shubman may not play. There's a 50-50. Shubman may
If
not
Shub,
play.
if Shubman doesn't play, then I think East Zone has a really good chance of toppling North and go into the series. So
I
it
also
depends.
have
I mean,
a
Shubman is a very important player.
I also have a feeling that his zone will win. I don't know how. I is just having a feeling that his zone. I think because Shubman after this 754 is going to take a bit of break, So Shubman, North zone is a very strong side. It's always been, but I think his zone is a little ahead because bowling wins you matches, not batting. Second one, Central and Northeast, no brainer. Central wins.
yeah.
So it is maybe North or East and Central. Okay. So the semi-final one would be West versus East, maybe the other would be Central versus South. So what about the semi-finals? If East zone qualifies, West versus East,
West is very
I
strong team. West, they have a very strong
West.
batting.
It will be West
it
versus
will be
South.
West versus Central, whatever it will be.
West versus South. It will be. I think.
You think the West versus South final? It will be a West versus South final. Okay. Sudeep,
Yeah, I think there's a high possibility West and South.
so you are saying whoever comes in, if it is East and Central also, they will be beaten by West and South.
South, yeah.
West. Yeah.
And
Is South that strong? Is South that strong?
no, not that strong,
Yes.
but
I have doubts on South's batting. I'm telling you very frankly. Bowling Khalil Ahmed is fine, but I don't know the batting yet. Mohammad Azharuddin, San, and Ricky
Tilak
Bhoi.
Verma is there, right? South.
Tilak Verma is there,
Tilak
but
Verma.
Tilak Verma is primarily a T20 player. I'm
Devdutt
not
Padikkal.
sure. Devdutt Padikkal,
Devdutt
yes.
Padikkal.
They've got one
And
good player, which is Devdutt Padikkal.
and if you see Narayan Jagdishan, he was actually replacing Rishabh Pant in the playing squad in England. So
Yes,
Jagdishan was
as a
in
wicket
great
keeper.
touch
Correct.
as a wicket keeper. So he was in great touch in the Ranji Trophy, and they also have very good batting in Sai Kishore. So Sai Kishore
I somehow
actually
have a
bats very
feeling
well.
if East Zone wins against North, East Zone wins, then they might as well win it because West Zone I'm not seeing with the Pujara and Rahane. I do not see much of a. I somehow don't see if West Zone goes through. East Zone may well win this tournament. If North goes through, North might win it as well. I see
I
North.
am giving you one quick pointer here. If
Yeah.
Tanush Kotian and Shardul Thakur plays in that match again in the semis, again that clutch factor will come into the play. Because I have seen time and again in the last Ranji season, these two players, whenever they got around, they always performed the best of their abilities, and
Dhanush Kotia,
they
yes, I'll
bailed.
have to do a little bit study. Yeah, I agreed. Shardul is
He's
a
he's
very
a
good
decent
X
enough bowler.
factor in. Yeah,
Jalat Saxena. Jalat Saxena, you have heard about it, right? I mean, about him,
yeah.
right? He is probably version 2 of Jalat Saxena. This guy, Tanush
I mean,
Kotian.
you mean to say domestic giant, not a big international
Domestic
factor, but a
giant.
domestic
Yes,
giant.
yes, yes, yes.
I
Very
have a
good
somehow
off
feeling
spinner.
Sudeep and Amit, I think North Zone and East Zone team will give us a real good, because Central Northeast is a no-brainer. West and South, I don't see South winning. I don't know. I see either North Zone or East or West, one of them two. If East goes through North,
So final
there could be
call before we wrap up. Final call. Your take, my is West versus South. Your
yeah,
call,
my
and then
call
we'll go to
is
Sudipta.
yeah, my call is East versus South final.
East versus
East
South.
versus West
Sudipta?
final. East versus West
I think
final.
it is.
East versus
I
West
think
final.
West. West is the favorite. It's the most
Okay.
balanced team. I
Versus whom?
Yeah.
personally
Versus
feel.
whom?
West versus. I mean, what is the semi-final lineup? What could be the potential semi-final lineup?
The potential would be, I don't know, West plays whom, I don't know. Okay,
Just a
Wait,
okay.
second.
wait, just a minute.
Let's
First
see.
class. I think West plays the winner of North and East.
Okay.
Yes. The West plays the winner of North and East,
West,
and
yeah. South versus Central.
South
Oh,
versus Central.
then
Yes.
it is West versus South.
So you're saying West
Yeah,
versus South.
Yeah.
same here.
South, I don't know. I have a feeling if East goes through East versus West final, East versus South final, and if North goes to North versus South final, it could be either North or East winning. South winning, I can't see. South winning, I can't see.
And West also.
I
I'm
see
saying
West
North.
winning.
If North goes to North will beat West. Yes, North versus South final or East versus West final. No, either East will also beat West. I think so.
Okay,
You are
we'll go with
undermining
that.
Akashdeep, you are undermining Mukesh Kumar, you are undermining Mohammad
No,
Shami. Don't undermine all
see,
three.
I have not played cricket to that level that I am undermining these stalwarts. I'll
No,
never
no,
say that. See,
no.
whatever
What
I've
Sudeep
seen.
rightly said, you are undermining one thing. There are three really good bowlers. Really good bowlers.
Do
East
you
is a
know
very
how?
strong.
No, I only have one doubt. Akashdeep had an injury, and Mukesh Kumar was sidelined. So I don't know how much confidence he
But
has on
Mukesh was
himself.
sidelined, but he was not injured. And
No,
Shami, I
no,
think, will bowl
no.
full tilt. That's
These
what I'm
all three.
hearing.
Yes, see, if all three are fit now, this East zone bowling lineup is superb. But I
That's
really
what I'm
don't
saying.
know
Because
the
they can
present
take 20
state.
wickets. East zone really can take 20 wickets. I'm telling you, they are very, very
Exact,
capable of taking 20.
but do they have this what should I say, stamina or the form which will require them to take 20 wickets?
Correct.
That is the
True. Very
question.
true. Very true. So on that note, we had a wonderful review. I think it's good to see the zonal format back, and we discussed Abhimanyu Eashwaran, Kuldeep Yadav, Arshdeep Singh, very detailed. I think this is the last time we all decided. Mohammad Shami, time's running out. Abhimanyu Eashwaran, we'll have to see where he fits in. I think he will be fitting in at the number 3. Sudeep says Sai Sudarshan. Amit also says, I think he will get in now. There's too much of pressure on Gautam Gambhir not to fit in. Whether he wills under the pressure or not, Kuldeep will play. South Africa series will need to have a detailed review before that, because West Indies, I think India will win, should win. And South Africa is going to be a good series. On that note, and we'll be definitely having a review of this was a preview of the Duleep Trophy. We'll have a review of the Duleep Trophy also, from where we'll see the 2 or 3 places, as Amit rightly said, might get filled up. Very true, might get filled up. Ishan Kishan 1, we'll have to keep an eye if Rishabh Pant is not fit. Okay, thank you so much, Sudeep and Amit. On that note, we will wind up this edition of Round the Clock Cricket. Thank you for being with us.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Bye
Thank you.
all.
Good
Thank you
night.
so much. Yeah.
Good night.
Thank you.